All right, here we go. So let's check out our what generals we've got. We've got some bosses to defeat. We've got some cherry discs to collect. We've got max health to upgrade. And there's one more I'm just not seeing right now, but... And we are seeing an immediate move to Overgrow for the row 4, column 4. Save 38 plus OPs in one run of Overgrow from WinnerBit, and Cuthbucket's going over to Cyber Owls. Ah, there we go. We've got gifts. Okay. It's unfortunate you can't get gifts while you are in the Overgrow goal, or this could be a nice double up for WinnerBit, but Cuthbucket is running right into the Congo mission. Let's see. We got Cyber Owls on the card somewhere, or is this just an immediate boss rush? No, okay, we've got Cyber Owls complete 2 non-rescue missions right here in row 4, column 5. So, yeah, Congo is definitely the fastest one, but then this, for your second fastest, it's kind of a toss-up between Chicago and Moscow. There we go. WinnerBit gonna take the first square quite quickly with the first try. Overgrow 30 points, and we're moving over to Seaside Drive. What are we in Seaside Drive for? Oh, that center tile right there. Clear stage 1 with 3 lives and exactly 10,000 points. So, yeah, have to get through with no deaths and with no kills. Not too hard to do. Most of the bullets are aimed directly at you, so as long as you're just moving a little bit, everything's gonna whiff on you. This is a little bit of a long-winded goal for you know, the start of the bingo, but it is that all-powerful center tile. Whoever controls the center square often dictates the pace of the match. And WinnerBit already lining up 2 on this diagonal here. Cuthbucket might start to feel a little threatened, might feel like they have to play defense on that diagonal. And there's some nasty stuff on this diagonal. Fist tile $50 at once requires going through pretty far without spending any money and without dying. Porgy defeat a boss can be really rough if you don't know the strats of that. And the Alpha Trilogy, you know, that's a 3 gold disc tile. Like, that can be pretty hard to get through as well. Congo is done for Cuthbucket, and they're going to go for Hong Kong, which is the longest of the 3 remaining missions. It is the most reliable, though. There's not really much you can do to slow this down. But there's also nothing you can really do to speed it up, either. I think, yeah, okay, so we're on the boss. Just needs to beat this boss without dying here, and the Zeppelin is not particularly hard. All these bullets move pretty slowly, give you plenty of time to react and dodge. Just gotta make sure you're not accidentally blundering into shots while you're drifting the power back up your gun. The nice thing about Hong Kong, though, is that it does give you... Ooh, close call on that bullet there. It does give you an opportunity to kind of look at the card a bit. Because, you know, Hong Kong is a very slow auto-scroller, so Cuthbucket can kind of take advantage of this to formulate a plan for the rest of this bingo match. But there we go. Stage 1 and 3 lives done. WinnerBit might stick around and just grab the gift here really quick. For progress on that collect 7 gifts for the garden tile right over there. And we do have, there's 1 boss kill for each player there. On Maniac's Like How fight, and on the Blimp in Seaside Drive, so both players 1 point towards the boss general, and we'll probably see a quit out as soon as this gift pops up. Yep, there we go. That's 1 gift for WinnerBit as well. And so now, WinnerBit with the early 2-point lead and control of the center square, looking pretty in control here. We'll see where she decides to go. Oh, she's going into Cyber Owls. That's unfortunate. That's gonna be... Oh, okay, wait. No, backing out. Alright. The Sixth Sense kicking in, realizing that that was not a good play to make, and moving over to Mooncat. Use 2 warps. This is a very fast goal. And it's gonna start to threaten that other diagonal, too. All you have to do is take the first warp, and that leads you straight to another warp. So, yeah, this goal can be done in, like, in under 2 minutes if you're really quick about it. Cuthbucket coming up on the boss of Hong Kong. Unfortunately, with 2 health, not going to be able to utilize the quick dialogue skip. If you have 3 or 4 health, you can sit on Road Toad's spawn point, and we'll skip the cutscene right here for a few seconds of extra time save. But you have to have at least 3 health to be able to make it work. Otherwise, you don't live long enough to trigger the respawn on the cutscene trigger. And there's Warp 1 for WinnerBit. This will be a second boss pickup for Cuthbucket, giving him the lead on the boss count. And that's going to be Cuthbucket getting on the board with Cyber Owls, and we're going to be leaving and heading somewhere else. Where to next? I wouldn't be surprised if we see Cuthbucket trying to play defense on this diagonal. Ooh, close call there on WinnerBit, having to slide out of the way of that shot. Oh, trying to squeeze under that second one, but not quite being able to make it. That lip turret is positioned in a really tricky spot. We're seeing a Grimstone play. For reach level 4 with any character? Nope, okay, changing, bailing out on that. And going over to Block Koala, so we're doing some gifts. It looks like maybe Cuth kind of seeing the intersection of the row and column, like row 3 and column 4, how WinnerBit has a tile on both of those, and just going for the block with the 7 gift general. Yeah, there we go. Looks like WinnerBit in a good position here. Yeah, gonna be able to get the second warp pretty quickly here. Just needs to trigger those egg platforms, and there's warp number 2. And that is going to be a gift, though, for Cuthbucket. Tying the gift count up at 1 to 1. Oh, but yeah, no, Winner got one too, from using a warp in Mooncat, which it looks like Cuthbucket's going to be doing the same here. Oh, and we're going to Porgy. Is WinnerBit making the play to try and defeat Lamia here? This is a bold play. Lamia can be tricky to get here. And it's a little bit luck dependent too, so we'll see how it pans out, but I can't imagine... Okay, this could also just be an HP upgrade play. Yeah, that is an HP upgrade. But, gonna play on from that, so not just here for the HP upgrade. Porgy, a great game for the HP upgrade, General Cole. Okay, WinnerBit gonna play it safe and take this, the second fuel tank back solo. Not strictly necessary, but it does make this next run a little bit safer. Atara, thank you for the 57-month streak, 75-month total. Appreciate it. Oh, okay, no. Wait, no. The 2 warps tile is already gone. That is 1 gift for Cuthbucket there, and looks like we're going over... Okay, yeah. Cuthbucket's just doing a gift rush. But this is not the angle to be worried about right now. That diagonal is the bigger problem here. And I think it's very plausible that we see a fist hell race after, assuming, you know, that this boss kill goes smoothly for WinnerBit. Okay, WinnerBit's made it to the east base here. And there's a gift for Cuthbucket. So up to 3 gifts here. Oh, where's WinnerBit going? She's trying to fight Hiku Torso? I don't like this play. Like, you don't, go get the Buster Torpedoes. Your damage sucks until you get Buster Torpedoes. Okay, I guess get the torpedo upgrade. Just you know, watch out for Ikutorsu's shots. But yeah, no, I do not like trying to fight Ikutorsu here. And skipping the hidden torpedo upgrade in the wall there by the swordfish. And we're in Star Waspir now. Ooh, death for Cuthbucket there. Looks like he's in bail on Star Waspir. Okay, there's Lamia. WinnerBit, you still don't have the Buster Torpedoes. Your damage is going to be so low. I don't like trying to aggro Lamia here. Okay, well, Lamia's stuck, so can get into the position. You want to nudge a little further down than that. A little further than that. There you go. But yeah, look at how many torpedoes it takes to knock off 1 pip of health. It's 3. 3 torpedoes. With the Buster Torpedoes, you kill this boss like twice as fast. Like, and the thing is, as Lamia gets lower on HP, she starts doing this, she starts spawning these fish. And that limits how long you can do this for. I think WinnerBit is also not mashing. You actually fire torpedoes faster if you rapidly tap the button instead of just holding it. So yeah, with the lower firing rate and the weaker torpedoes, it's gonna take a while. And oh, Lamia's unstuck. You gotta bank that progress. Just go to the dock. Yeah, there we go. But yeah. Oh, didn't refuel all the way, but really, you should always get Buster Torpedoes in pretty much every route. Gonna try and fight her again. Well, she is down to half health here, so it can work, but yeah, no, the Buster Torpedo is just a very, very strong upgrade in damage output, and you should always be going for it. And yeah, these fish spawns are gonna start causing problems, and yeah, also like when the fish run into you, they very often get Lamia loose from the point where you try and get her stuck. Well, at this point, Lamia's health is low enough that might be able to just finish her off on base torpedoes, but she keeps showing up is the thing. She keeps just randomly showing up before like WinnerBit even has the chance to go get Buster Torpedoes right now, and it's like at that point, like, yeah, you might as well just go fight her. Is she stuck there? I think she's stuck in the wall. Oh, okay, nope. It was all a ruse. A clever ruse. Meanwhile, we got Cuthbucket in Quibble Race. I think looking for a gift here? Or, okay, no. Oh, no, he's doing the Wild Bets tile. I just noticed the amount of money at stake. This is definitely Wild Bets. Okay, WinnerBit, this is not enough health to keep fighting. It looks like the Wild Bets are being a little bit wild. Yeah, not working out for Cuthbucket. Please, let WinnerBit go get her Buster Torpedoes. She's not even going for them! She's not even going for the torpedo upgrade in the wall either! Okay, well. Oh, okay. That's a pretty good spot for Lamia to get stuck here. Oh. Until it isn't. Okay, you gotta bail. Oh, that was close. It did a little bit damage, but yeah, meanwhile, okay, Cuthbucket, though, kind of struggling to get a goal working, and we've pivoted over to Caramel. This is a good play. This blocks the other diagonal. Just needs to beat the boss here, but ooh, a death in the very start of the level, like, that does not bode well. This is definitely the simpler part of this level. If you're struggling to get through the outside portion before you even get into the building, you're probably gonna have a little bit of a rough time. And yeah, WinnerBit is not taking a good spot to fight Lamia here. Gonna have to bail and bank again. Yeah, WinnerBit has missed like both a torpedo upgrade and the Buster torpedo upgrade that are just like readily available right now and will definitely help here. That said, we've been chipping her down, and Lamia is pretty low at this point. Cuthbucket getting into the indoor section, but is already down a hit on this caramel run. And there's another death. Okay. Depending on how this goes, I think WinnerBit might be able to secure the kill here. Gotta watch for those fish, though. And is gonna bail, leaving Lamia on 2 bars of health. And we're going back to wild bets. Alright, WinnerBit should be able to finish the kill here. I don't think you even need to get her in the safe spot. Yeah, there we go. That's a boss defeated. Which is +1 square and +1 boss kill for the general goal. And are we going to see a fishtail play here? Okay, we're gonna... Cut's gonna go into Alpha Trilogy, and WinnerBit's not even going for that diagonal. WinnerBit going over to Bug Hunter. Complete your first job. Left of the center tile there. Yeah, the thing is, like, this Alpha Trilogy... I don't know that I like this Alpha Trilogy play with how much, the Wild Bets tile was giving Cuth trouble here. Like, Quibble Race is not playing nice for ya. Oh, and it's Dragon Flushes for WinnerBit. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I would have focused on getting the orange ones knocked out. Probably use the attack to kill the orange larva instead of the blue, detonating the energy cube for the blue kill there. One thing I'll say about Bug Hunter is, you want to try and keep the orange bugs from evolving if you can, if there's any way to do so. Because Dragon Flushes, despite their recent nerf, I think are still the worst bug type to deal with. And you know, from a racing context, the alternative Shriknids aren't too bad, but their shard animation, whenever they die, you have to sit there and wait like 2 seconds, like 2 to 3 seconds for that shard animation to complete. So it just slows the run down, having to wait for those animations. And we've got Dragonflush Quasnar. This is one of the worst combinations. Because one of the best ways to counter Dragonflushes is with energy cube explosions to take out both the drones and the Flushes in one shot. But Quasnars deny energy cube explosions. Yeah, honestly, if I'm in WinnerBit's position, as soon as those Dragonflushes evolve, I just reset and get a new job. This is going to take some time to puzzle through. Picking up Snipe. Not gonna shoot the cube, though, to take out the drone early. Oh, and we've got kind of a rough situation, and yeah, kind of getting punished for it. This drone is in a really awkward spot to hit now, with the Quasnar converting those cubes in Snipe's range to anti-energy. Yeah, this will also be a gift. That is a good point. So yeah, WinnerBit kind of setting up a lot of bingo threats here, because she's gonna make progress on gifts, which yeah, she'll be at 3 out of 7, which is in line with this Bug Hunter goal. Gonna be able to line those up at least and take that out, but yeah, Quasnar is gonna fully grow here at this point, and there's gonna be an egg on the board, and things are gonna be a little tricky here. And giving up on Valgress, and going back to wild bets. The thing is that this is not a gold disc. If you're using the wild bets code, it's not going to be gold disc for the Alpha Trilogy. You need to be playing the game without the terminal code. Again, see, this is looking so rough for WinnerBit. Like these Quasnars, these Dragon Flushes are causing so many problems. And at least, yeah, nice combo kill there. But not gonna have the means to kill either of these Quasnars here. They're both gonna turn into eggs. Yeah, just gonna get positioned a little closer. And the triple cube there dropping. And, like, you would love to be able to blow up these cubes, but that Quasnar is in a really unfortunate position. Can snipe it out with a lob, and then... Okay, nice kill there. Or you can even just snipe the Quasnar and then shoot the cube, and that full clears the screen. Yeah, this is actually a really nice position here for WinnerBit. And then you just shoot the cube for the full wipe. Nice. WinnerBit finding the line. Okay, and we've got wild bets around here coming in. Cuth's still betting a kind of modest amount. Not really how you want to be approaching wild bets. Like, if you just go all in, you just need to win pretty much 2 races. And that's it for wild bets. A lot of flushes on this board. Yeah, shooting these cubes will at least clear one of them, but yeah, this is kind of a nasty setup. Said WinnerBit is getting pretty close here. Just needs a couple more kills here. Oh, careful there. That's an egg. Gonna have to spend a turn killing that. Okay, does manage to pit the one flush, and down to only needing 4 more kills, so looking pretty good. Can even pick up 1 more kill here by buying a move and an attack to finish off the flush on the left. Going for maneuver. I don't think I like that very much here. Although, yeah, free movement there, killing that. And then, move upward. Okay, and then you just need to shoot that cube, and that's a win. Okay, or that kill works too. And there we go. Okay, so WinnerBit gonna be picking up tile number 5 and another gift. And Cuthbucket has been in Quibble Race almost the entire time. We're going over to Pin Golf. I guess for a quick gift, maybe a quick cherry disc. At this point, WinnerBit's got to be wondering, like, what is Cuthbucket doing? Like, what goal is Cuthbucket doing? They must be on a long goal. Okay, we're doing a gift rush here. And so now, yeah, Cuthbucket spending a significant amount of time rushing gifts and then stopping is really going to come back to bite him here. Because we're going to be 25 minutes into the race and he has pretty much nothing to show for it. Oh, his Quibble got poisoned and died. So we're in Rakshasa for a quick gift. And Cuthbucket keeps taking the time to set to alpha, but this is not gold disc viable. With wild bets, you cannot get a gold disc. Oh, WinnerBit dying on the 3rd revival. It's gonna be a little while yet. Ooh, the purple orbs. I hate those things so much, man. Okay, WinnerBit is gonna bail and go to a different gift target. Which, yeah, you only need 3 more. If Rakshas is not playing nice, just go somewhere else. There's tons of fast gifts. I really wish Cuthbucket would stop going for the alpha selection. It does nothing for him here. It's just a waste of time in this menu. So going over to Star Waspier. Just needs to get a 10 multiplier here, which is pretty fast. WinnerBit kind of taking a safer approach here, building up the G's here for some extra firepower. Now you just get to spell an egg. One more, just needs one more G, and there we go. That's a gift for WinnerBit. Okay, WinnerBit's going to continue on to the first boss to make progress on the boss kills tile as well. Yeah, WinnerBit's just going to be threatening a ton of bingos here, and Cuthbucket has pretty much 0 progress on anything. Just none of these plays are working out. Going over to Track World here, Kit Club beat Track World. Which, yeah, that's a reasonably reliable tile to get. Oh, okay, there's actually a double. There's actually both Kit Club beat Track World and Kit Club score 50,000 points. So, okay, there's a boss kill for WinnerBit. This also gets a lot of boss kills for the boss general. Yeah, I think Kit Club's not a bad play here. We are going over to Night Manor for another quick gift. And at that point, I believe WinnerBit's only going to need 1 more. So we're just gonna do like part of the gold route here. Yeah, not even gonna grab the flashlight though. We're just looking to grab the hook to attack the killer and trigger the gift that way. Yeah, no plans on getting the gold disc here. There's not any reason to. The goal on the tile on the card is for cherries, not golds. Oh, yeah, gotta get his attention before you use the hook. There we go. Use the hook, get into the garage. Boom, gift number 6. And we're going to Magic Garden to finish off the gifts. And man, like, WinnerBit just has so many paths to victory at this point. She can aim for finishing that middle row. She can aim for finishing the diagonal. She could even go for, like, column 4. Column 4 doesn't have anything that looks particularly bad. Bit of a knowledge check on divers, getting a lance weapon. Gonna stay in Magic Garden. What for? I guess for a cherry disc. This is, like, you know, Magic Garden's one of the faster cherries, but cherry discs in general are pretty time-consuming to do. I don't know that I like that this much. Like, it's not like getting the gift in Magic Garden really gives you significant progress towards finishing the run. I think I'd rather in WinnerBit's shoes. I'm looking to just like keep sweeping up quick goals or just push for one of these bingos. Not that she can know this at the time right now, but Cuthbucket is not really making any progress to block any of the bingos she's currently threatening. Beyond that, Kit Club's gonna yield a couple more bosses to block the bottom left to top right diagonal. But, yeah, this is gonna be Cuthbucket on defense for a lot of this, and I don't know that there's much he can do to defend against this many bingos if WinnerBit goes for one of them. The center row bingo does have, I think that's, oh, okay. Taking a death on Magic Garden, I imagine I'll get her out of this game. And Are we gonna make a fist-held play for $50? It looks like we're hovering over it. We're thinking about it. Party house for that center row. Pin golf. No? Okay, not pin golf. Oh no, we're going to Kit Club! Oh, this is unfortunate. Cuthbucket has a huge head start in here. That said, Cuthbucket's taking some deaths. He's down to 1 extra life. Despite having, I think he's at a point threshold where, oh, there's another death. Yeah, oh, Cuthbucket game overs here. Oh wow, that ball was still active when the tennis ball landed on it. Okay, so Cuthbucket does get an extra life there from hitting 25k. Little bit of a safety net. But, yeah, Cuthbucket kind of playing with fire here. And WinnerBit, I think we're seeing a little bit more efficient play. We kind of saw WinnerBit go for the reaching the left side for the quick level exit. Something we haven't really been seeing much out of Cuthbucket here. So if WinnerBit can play efficiently, I think she can still even catch up to Cuthbucket's score here. And possibly snipe the 50k. That said, Cuthbucket is picking up the pace a little bit here. Only needs 15k more to close this goal out. And I feel like when WinnerBit sees that tile light up, she's just got to get out of here. Like, when your opponent shows that they are currently in the game you're in right now, you don't bother trying to snipe the other one. Ooh, that's a death for WinnerBit there. WinnerBit really struggling to wrap this 1-3. I think this is 1-3 up. And yeah, that cuts into your time bonus quite a bit. Oh, but Cuthbucket taking a death and has no lives left. Needs to finish out this remaining 10k without any more deaths. But WinnerBit is kind of leaving a lot of points here to fade out up at the top of the screen here. Okay, does pick up the burger. But yeah, WinnerBit is looking a lot better on the point front. In terms of Cuthbucket beat the first boss and barely rolled over 25k. And it looks like WinnerBit's probably gonna get there before she even makes it to the boss. Cuthbucket, 8,800 points away from that 50k mark for another extra life and that first goal up in the top center. There's 25k for WinnerBit. Yeah, WinnerBit with a lot more efficient of point gain on her run through this Kit Club. But, yeah, Cuthbucket starting this run with just too much of an advantage, I think. But, again, Cuthbucket's still got to make it through a couple more levels without another death. And these shot put guys, they can snipe you. Gotta be careful about your approach on this level, too. It's pretty easy to accidentally get hit by... Oh, that was close. Cuthbucket almost clipping that shoe. I think Cuthbucket could hit 50k, potentially, by the end of this level, if you can keep this combo up and get a couple more burgers. Oh, drops the combo. I don't think he'll make it. Yeah, he needs another 400 points now. Oh, and you can get sniped by the shot put guys here if you're not careful. Alright, just needs to pick up some of the food here. Just needs to pick up the hot dog. There's 50k. Cuthbucket's just got to mark this off now. Alright, marks it off. WinnerBit should just leave immediately. Is what I think. I don't know that WinnerBit noticed. Oh, we'll see. Like, she'll definitely notice once she hits 50k, which is just a few seconds. Like, she gets it here. There was a burger right there. Well, okay, so she's noticed. She's noticed the 50k goal is gone now. And is staying. I don't like that. I guess maybe for boss progress, but, like, you know your opponent's in Kit Club and probably has already been there at that point. Maybe she doesn't realize it's not as close as... yeah, actually, yeah, she probably doesn't realize it's not at all close because she got sniped by only a few seconds, so she thinks maybe she can win the track race, but no, Cuthbucket's actually way ahead on that. He's just not been getting as many points. Which, I mean, okay, there's the kill. That's another gift for Cuthbucket as well. And we're up to 3 tiles for Cuthbucket. WinnerBit's gotta get out of here. There's... oh, wait, Cuthbucket's staying? Why? Oh, okay, no, we're leaving. Okay, yeah, there we go. WinnerBit bails out of here. That was 2 boss kills for Cuthbucket in that, and 1 for WinnerBit, so we are tied up on boss kills. Okay, we're just dying to get the leaderboard entry. Leaderboards are not even on this card. And we're going to Paint Chase. Reach a score of 240 plus. And WinnerBit's gonna go collect a cherry disc from Mortal 2, as well as another boss kill. Ooh, not quite jumping high enough to clear that guy's head. Just a little comment. Yeah, if you're only after this key behind this guy, it's gonna be a little bit faster to switch to engineer and make a pipe through that ground right there, rather than walk all the way around. Oop, WinnerBit missing the jump. Yeah, if you know the routes to perfect levels in Paint Chase, 240 is pretty quick to reach. But if you don't, it's gonna take a little while. Or heck, worst case, if you don't know good routes for this game, sometimes you just fail to make it altogether. I've seen that happen plenty of times. People underestimate in Paint Chase and thinking like, oh, 240's not much, and just kind of winging it, taking some round fails, taking some barrel, some tiny margin victories. Not even going for the paint gun respawn there. Like, you gotta take advantage of those upgrades when they get made available to you again. Because, yeah, 19 points, like, that's barely anything. You're gonna be here a long time if you're only winning by, like, 19 points. Okay, WinnerBit putting down some extra safety portals here to help with this, but, you know, I kind of want to see some Fistel play from these players. There's double synergy on here with have $50 at once and beat the 4th scare. That said, I also get being afraid of Fistel. It's a pretty tough game. Alright, but WinnerBit looking like she's about to wrap this Mortal 2 run up. Just needs to bomb through these, set the portal down in the hearts, and that'll be 1 cherry and 1 boss for WinnerBit here. They're gonna take a little bit of a safer approach here, bombing out this first heart before bombing out the other ones. Okay, just gonna do everything from that portal. There. Oh, I think that was a little bit of a whiff on that one. Okay, now there we go. And there we go. That is another boss kill, and that is a cherry for WinnerBit. I think WinnerBit should just finish up the boss rush at this point. It looks like that's what we're getting. We're going over to Campanella. Some of the fastest boss kills in UFO 50 available here. I believe you can get 2 more boss kills in about 3 minutes, 3.5. But yeah, WinnerBit firmly in the driver's seat here. We seen any other max health upgrades? I don't think so. I think we've only seen a max health upgrade from Porgy. Cuthbucket not taking the time stop upgrade here. Again, kind of waiting until pretty late into the level, and this level has a very high clear threshold. You have to get a lot of the board painted to pass this level. That should be enough, but you're not going to get a lot of points from this. Yeah, we're only at 84, and that was, what, course 5? Like, that's, we're only about a third of the way through. This is gonna be a little bit tough for, okay, WinnerBit actually just taking 1 boss. Okay, yeah. Congo is a faster boss kill than going to the Stage B boss of Campanella. So this is a perfectly, not only reasonable, but I think optimal play for WinnerBit to not go for Stage B boss. A lot of times people are tempted, like, you know, oh, I'm already in Campanella. You know, the second boss is just a couple minutes away, just go for it. But no, WinnerBit's going for what I think is the fastest boss left available to her. Might want to grab that heal there. Oh, taking the death. Not that it really matters. You've got extra lives. Looks like we're going for the... Oh. Not quite ideal. You want to just be hugging the right edge so that you spend as little time with Maniac walking as possible. Now just need to take out Psychow here. Quick mash down. Dim's on the floor, kind of disrupting the fire, but... And that's going to be 7 bosses for WinnerBit. Bringing the score 3-7. We're going to Mini and Max for Save the Brainwashed Mouse. WinnerBit continues to not push these bingos. She's got so many bingo threats lined up, it is not going for any of them. I think she maybe thinks that is worried that Cuthbucket is already working on the block, since he seems to be popping in with, he hasn't popped in with a new tile clear for a long time. Probably thinking he has progress on, like, Alpha Trilogy. Or maybe it's working on, like, the Diver's Lance. So I think it's just gonna try and push for a majority win. At this point, Cuthbucket does not have many bingos available to him. That said, he is playing to the only bingo that is still open to him here on row 2. Oh, what are we doing mucking around in the train? We're getting up to 20 shinies to buy the glove? This is only worth doing it if you're, buying the glove's only worth doing it if you are doing a goal that does not require the double shrink potion. Once you have the double shrink potion, you can just pick up a free glove upgrade from one of the spots. So, a little bit of a roundabout play here for WinnerBit. You do want the glove for this goal, because like an easy way to beat the to save the brainwashed moss is to just get on the mage's head and pick him up, and there you go, you're good. But since you by definition need the shrink potion to shrink down to the micro level, at that point you may as well just use the double shrink potion and go grab one of the free glove pickups, like at the top of the bookshelf. Ooh, I don't know that that's enough for Cuthbucket. Yeah, that's gonna be a fail. And 2/3 of the way through this paint chase goal, but gotta watch out. If you fail out, if you game over, that's gonna be absolutely devastating. Yeah, it looked like the slugs just got too far out of hand. And Cuthbucket is not going for the paint gun upgrade. Those paint guns help so much. But we're almost at the end of the stage, and we haven't touched the power-up once! And I don't think this is enough again. I think this is another fail. Okay, no, but... It's a pass, but, like, at what cost? Like, you're only getting 6 points. And Cuthbucket's thinking of bailing. Okay, and they're bailing. They've been in paint chase for like the past, like, I feel like 12 minutes. That's a huge time commitment just down the drain. Okay, and here's the problem with the just going to pick up the boss, pick up the mage strat. You have to sneak in between fireballs, because the fireballs one-shot you on base health, and this can be tricky to get. Oop, jumping right into that one. A little too slow to get up on that ledge. I want to say the fireballs spawn at a regular interval. You just say, if you're gonna go for this, you just gotta be decisive about it. As soon as that fireball gets thrown, you jump on his head, and you go for it. Yeah, like you gotta jump with this fireball toss and land right on his head. Okay, there we go. And that's another point for WinnerBit. That said, still not quite blocking gold. Okay, and it looks like we're seeing the play for the Alpha Trilogy. Oh, nope, okay, not yet. We're going to pin golf. I don't like this. I kinda, like, if I'm in WinnerBit's position, you're sitting out there with a very comfortable super majority, and the only out for your opponent is row 2. You just take any row 2 tile here to lock up the game. This is a play for a long-winded general that's a long ways off from being relevant in this context at all. But I suppose maybe WinnerBit just wants to speedrun some pin golf, which is also fair. Yeah, kill 5 chickens. It takes like 3 or 4 minutes. Divers takes like 3 or 4 minutes if you know the route and get reasonably lucky. There's a lot of, you know, the paint chase and the Alpha Trilogy take a while, but those other two are both pretty quick. And I think WinnerBit's been around for enough of my divers runs that I would expect she knows how to get a lance weapon out of divers. Okay, but there is the Velgris gold for Cuthbucket. Oh, that's an unfortunate rollback on WinnerBit there. So progress towards the Alpha Trilogy. There's only enough chickens once you reach Foul Business, which is level 5, I believe, in Rail Heist. So you do need a few minutes to get there. There are a couple, like, stray chickens in earlier levels besides that, but, yeah, Foul Business is the only one that offers enough. Yeah, and see, yeah, here's the thing, like, this is, you know, I think WinnerBit is kind of giving Cuthbucket here, just kind of leaving the door open for Cuthbucket here by going for Pin Golf over anything in row 2. Because if Cuthbucket can claim this this Alpha Trilogy and then lock up the rest of row 2, that's his one way in back into this game. And, you know, I think it's a good play on Cuth's part to recognize, you know, that he's not only got to block this bingo, but he's got to start playing for the bingo of his own. And, you know, he did make a pretty good push on that Valgriss. That was a pretty quick Valgriss gold disc. But it does look like Overbold is being a little bit of a struggle here. Oh, I have noticed, has Cuth bought a health upgrade? Because that would be progress towards, Overbold does count towards the health upgrade, general. Ooh, explosion to the face from the jack-o'-lantern, though. WinnerBit is most of the way through her run of Pin Golf here, but it looks like Cuthbucket's gonna bail on Overbold and go to Grimstone. Reach level 4 with any character. This blocks a couple of potential bingo threats from WinnerBit. The row 5, column 4 are both still open to her. But level 4 is pretty time-consuming. You run a solo bowl, you go up to the northern town, I forget its name right now, and buy him some armor. We're renaming Bowl to Bill. Oh, we're going to the starting town shop, that's it. Yeah, you hate to see it. Ugh, buying the light vest. This is gonna slow down this grind quite a bit. Yep, and there's Pin Golf Cherry is done for WinnerBit, so that's another cherry disc. And looks like we're gonna go back to Magic Garden for cherry disc number 3. Yeah, this is like I said, I already said I don't really like this push from WinnerBit. Like 3 cherry discs is not in any sort of contested territory bingo-wise, and it's a long-winded goal compared to some of the stuff that's on the card right now. You've still got some very fast stuff available to you. You can do an HP rush. Wild Bets takes like 2 minutes. Kill 5 chickens in Rail Heist is pretty quick. Divers is fast. Hyper Contender Draft Mode is pretty quick. Yeah, there's so many fast goals still on this card, and 3 cherry discs is not one of them. But you know, she is in the driver's seat here, 5 points up. Cuth isn't even going for his bingo play, like the only bingo play he has available. He's spending time on this Grimstone goal, which he'll get there eventually. But yeah, as I was saying though, without the stronger armor from the town to the north, this is going to take a little while. He's going to be taking a lot of damage in these fights, and he's going to have to rest at the inn or just take deaths more frequently. And yeah, we see the difference here with that the quality of armor makes. If you have the armor from the town to the north, every common enemy encounter does 1 damage to you, and here we're seeing Cuth taking 6 instead. And that's 6 times as much. Little known math fact. Okay, there's level 3 for Cuthbucket. It just needs 1 more, but the jump of experience you need to get from level 2 to 3 compared to 3 to 4, it's pretty substantial. You're gonna be here for a little while. He has been pretty lucky that he hasn't seen any encounters with large mobs so far. Uh-oh, we've got the single hawk. Okay, we evaded the blind as long as he lands the kill here. Okay. The single hawk can be so bad with the working status effects. But yeah, like this without the stronger armor, any instances of bigger mobs, like you can get, you know, this mob's a little bigger. You can just get into so much trouble because you're only chipping out, you know, 1 enemy a turn, and meanwhile all of the remaining ones are hitting you every turn for multiple points of damage. Like, it adds up super fast, and we're kind of seeing that here. Cuth going down a lot of health on this fight. We're down to critical HP. Probably gonna have to double back to the hotel for a heal. WinnerBit almost done with this cherry disc, though. Just needs a few more drops. Oh, we got the single hawk, but okay, thankfully hitting the crit again and not getting blinded. And like that's the thing, like I feel like Cuth is gonna stay out. Cuth is like not having much respect for the hawk encounters or the large mob encounters. Oh, and here comes the blind, and he hits the crit! I'm so mad right now. I'm so fucking mad. Keeps playing with fire and doesn't get burned. Can't believe this. I think this is down to damage rolls. Okay, he didn't get killed here. I think he's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, if he does take the death, it doesn't really make much of a difference. It might even be faster to take the death, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna take the heal now. And WinnerBit is going over to Caramel for the test lens. Defeat Dino Lord. And if she can get this, although it's already looking a little shaky, already down to blue, you know, down to 1 free hit. If she can get this, then she's setting up for a bingo on that diver's tile. Gonna be able to get the repair here off of this red turret. And that roughly marks the halfway point for this stage. Okay, there we go. That's Grimstone level 4 for Cuthbucket. Pretty quick grind, actually, you know, worked out pretty well for him. Yeah, again, he's just lucky that he never saw any particularly large mobs. Because, yeah, that lower armor quality is really gonna come into full effect there in those situations. And we're going over to Rail Heist for killing 5 chickens. Oh, and that is an HP upgrade for Cuth, since he did do Grimstone and got some level ups. Okay, and WinnerBit is coming up on the boss of Dino Planet here, so gonna be able to mark this off soon as long as this fight goes well. Watch out, boss incoming. So for starters, got to take out these little masses here to lower the force field. Just electing to kind of keep her distance here and take them down from afar. Yeah, I believe once you take these out, I think the rate of the skull fire comes down quite a bit. Still get some skulls, but yeah, not nearly as much when you're still taking the shield down. Okay, pretty clean boss fight so far for WinnerBit. Gotta watch for these arrows. Nice dodge. And these bouncing orbs can be a lot. I think one more picture will do it. Yep, there we go. That is Dino Planet down for WinnerBit. And a imminent bingo threat on divers obtain any lance weapon. But WinnerBit's not going to go for it. We're seeing the fist hell play. Oh, nope, we're going over to Quibble Race. Oh, man. WinnerBit taking extra care to make sure she selects Alpha. She's been burned by that before in League matches. Yeah, I think WinnerBit maybe perhaps thinking it's been a while since Cuts marked something off. Maybe he is currently in Fist Hell and is instead going to go for the Alpha Trilogy tile. The thing is, yeah, what she doesn't know is that Cuthbucket actually already has progress here. Already has the Valgris Gold Disc. Okay, looks like, yeah, I think we're just kind of mashing through the first few races here. $10 bet on the default, on the center. Or no, I think it defaults to the first one, right? Not the center. Still, $10 bet. We're not really looking to earn money this early on. We're just looking to get through. Looks like we're sponsoring a Quibble, too. Okay, gonna go ahead and put $100 in on Shadow here to try and make a little bit of pocket change. Very silly. Oh, Cuthbucket clipping through the floor. I'm not sure what the 2 was about. To what? Okay, and this guy's just stuck honking on this steel block here. Okay, you gotta be careful here. You don't want to drop any coins on the tracks here. Okay, looks like we're good. The problem is he's kind of got himself a little stuck here, and he's running out of time. Okay, gonna be able to punch these blocks out, but... yeah, time is running short. He's got to get out of here. Oh, and he stops and restarts the reload. I don't even think this is a good time to be loading the gun at all. Don't jump! No! You just shoot the crate out and then roll underneath and you're fine. But you can't jump into the line of sight of lawman there. Alright, we're seeing the final race coming in for WinnerBit, and I think that might be enough for the win here. Yep, that is going to be a gold disc for WinnerBit on Quibble Race here, as long as the debts aren't too heavy here, and it doesn't look like they are. Yeah, that's a gold disc. Yep, okay. WinnerBit is just making the full push on the Alpha Trilogy. And this sets up a double bingo threat. There's Fist Hell have $50 at once, and Wild Bets will both lock the game up at that point. That said, you know, she does still need this Velgress gold, and then the Overbowl gold after that. Alright, there we go. Cuthbucket finishing high alert. I believe that will put him on foul business, which is where he can kill his 5 chickens. Yep, just throw it out. Just throw it off the back of the train. The chickens die when they do that. Oh, wait, why are we finishing this level? Oh, that chicken clipped out the right side. Okay. Alright, that's 1 chicken dead. 2 chickens dead. Three chickens dead. Maybe killed 2 chickens earlier? I'm imagining killed earlier chickens in other levels, too. Okay. 5 chickens killed for Cuthbucket. And he is, you know, he's 2 tiles towards his only remaining out at this point of this bingo on row 2. But he's going over to Party House. I guess, you know, to try and block the center row bingo, but, like, I don't... This is not the time to be playing defensive. Like, you're down 5 points. You've just got to go on the attack to try and sneak something in. Nice star block there for WinnerBit, just gonna take her right to the exit. Yeah, WinnerBit playing a little safe, gathering some money, doing some shopping. Gonna get the Lightfoot there to increase the lifespan of platforms. Ooh, close one there, almost falling into the spikes. We got Party House, and we are doing, I think this is Best Wishes? I saw dinosaurs, I saw hippies. I'm pretty sure that's Best Wishes. Yeah, bartenders, yeah. Well, and the cops have shown up. Okay, just one more stage needed for here. I'm gonna pick up the lightning upgrade so that bullets don't destroy clouds, or I believe in this case, you know, in the case of level 3 bubbles, I believe the bullets will not destroy the bubbles. Star block over on the right there. Ooh, almost rolling up the spikes high enough to destroy it, but not quite. Another star block coming in over on the left there. WinnerBit getting pretty lucky. There's another star block. Oh, almost taking a death though, trying to get over to it. But that is just 3 star blocks in stage 3. Super lucky for WinnerBit. Just gonna let her rocket up to the finish and get a quick gold here. So just overbold needed. And then she'll take this Alpha Trilogy square. And be setting up for bingos on 2 directions. While also blocking Cuth's only remaining bingo. And Cuth is using photographers and stylists. A pretty efficient build to go for turn-wise. But as far as speed running though, as far as fast wins go, it's a pretty slow strategy. Oh, WinnerBit just unfortunately scorching her heels on that lava pit. Gonna be taking a pretty early death on Overbold here. And setting up for a mine build here. Oh yeah, the fastest way to play Overbold is with that dash upgrade that we see on sale for WinnerBit right now. Dash upgrade pretty much instantly kills anything you use it on, but it is such an awkward ability to use. You have to tap the fire button twice. Why they did that instead of just tap a direction twice, like every other old school game does ever, they did that, and it makes it very awkward to use. I have tried to learn it. It didn't work. I hate it. That is all. Ooh, a sale on the lure mines there. That's a really good pickup. And that's a bust over on Cuth's side. Gonna ban the dinosaur from the party. Yeah, these lure mines are just such a strong upgrade. Ooh, getting shot there. Gotta be careful here. Lure mines don't stop projectile enemies from still aiming at you, so you gotta watch out for that. Ooh. WinnerBit wants that health kit so bad, but there's just enemies guarding it, and at this point the round's over. So, okay. Gotta get through, but that got a little sketchy. Oh, that's a health upgrade for WinnerBit as well. Yeah, this is a gold disc push, not a cherry, so WinnerBit doesn't need to be mindful of the funds they're accumulating for the end game. And just kind of play it safe, spend down for defensive survivability. The triple dinosaur trot! Oh. Imagine throwing a party and just the 3 dinosaurs show up at the door, and then the cops. And that's the risk with going heavy into dinosaurs for best wishes. You generally want to go at least a few genies. Yeah, you gotta pin the blame on one specific dinosaur out of the 3. Okay, second to last fight for WinnerBit. Probably want to try and raise enough money for at least like another health upgrade going into the final round, but the mines are looking pretty maxed out. I don't think she has the shrapnel upgrade though. Yeah, no shrapnel. There's still a few upgrades that would be kind of nice to have here for WinnerBit, but overall this is a pretty cozy build. We've got plenty of starting health, we've got health kits, we've got 1 projectile and explosion protection. The ultimate party has been thrown 1 time. Cuthbucket still needs to throw 2 more ultimate parties on different scenarios. Going over to the Magical Knight. Alright, final boss for WinnerBit here. I don't... gonna buy the price-hiked health kit. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, it does have max mines with lure attached to them, so gonna have a pretty good crowd control here. 1 projectile shield going away. Still has another one on deck. Did buy the second one. Oh, and does nudge that lava pool, so there's the lava pool immunity gone as well. There's so many toucan spiders here. So many projectiles to worry about. Oop. A little bit of a sketchy situation there. It looks like she's going to be able to squeeze out of that. Is going to want to try and get to... Oop, okay, there goes the one explosion guard. Going to want some of those health kits, though. And they're being a little hard to get at right now. That jack-o'-lantern does so much damage. Alright, gonna just drop the mine and trying to get to... Oh, the jack-o'-lantern spawning on top of it. Okay, there we go. Gets to one health kit. Gets to another. Alright, health is looking a little better. But still not in the best... Oh, that mine was so huge. Here's the boss. 3 bombs left. Pretty much all of the common enemies are gone. Just need to clean up these whales, and this last mine will do it. And now it's just the boss left. I don't think it has... might have some gun upgrades, I'm not sure. But, yeah, that's the last bomb. A little bit of a waste on that last bomb. Not going to hit anything. And, yeah, for the rest of it, it's going to all be gunplay here. Ooh, that's a pretty nasty hit there. But 2 health kits coming in here. I think WinnerBit's got to clear up some of these ads. These little exploding spiders are really getting out of hand. And yeah, we're kind of seeing the problem with like the lack of gun upgrades. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Manages to chain off a big explosion, and WinnerBit managing to squeeze through. Very scary ending to that Overbold run. But there's the gold disc. Alpha Trilogy is finished. I imagine she goes for one of the bingos here, and it looks like it's going to be Wild Bets. And yeah, that Alpha Trilogy win, I think that pretty much seals it here. WinnerBit is 2 tiles away from winning on majority. 1 tile from winning on 3 potential bingos. And Cuthbucket is not in any of those 3 tiles. I don't see any way Cuthbucket gets out of this one. Alright. Taking the win on the first bet here. And yeah, if she can win this this next one, that will... Oh, but she got caught trying to boost Rotumbo, but everyone's on Rotumbo anyway. But I think that means, no one sabotaged Shadow. Shadow might just win. Oh, and the trip from Rotumbo! Yeah, no, I value when you are in a, when you're in a setup like that, where you are betting on a low odds to win Quibble and against 2 that are 1-to-1 odds, I value sabotaging the 1-to-1 odds one over boosting the low odds one. And that's right there is why. Okay, looks like Shadow should win this for the early spike up in cash. No one here is particularly high odds. You can go for Booger and then just go for like a 1-to-1. Or, okay, you can just take the 1-to-1 odd here. Okay, no, gonna go for Booger here. Gonna take out Alone and go all in on Booger. Looks like one of the other CPUs went on for it. That's a good sign. And okay, that is going to be another win. That's going to set up WinnerBit for the bump up to 20k. Yeah, I think you go for Runty here. And then, yeah, sabotage the 1-to-1. Oh, and it looks like, yeah, one of the AIs also sabotaged G-Fury, so... Problem is, Glory is looking pretty steady here. Glory can get stunned here. Nope, that's not gonna do it. Another reset. Okay. Take the loan, max it out. And going in on Snowball. Everyone's in on Snowball. There's no way Snowball doesn't win here. Alright. It's unfortunate that Rotumbo win won't be enough to get to 25k. But just going for the classic. Bet on the high odds one on the edge. Drug the other edge one. Oh no! But the center one gets drugged by one of the CPUs and immediately runs into Rotumbo. I think Black Eye wins this one from here. Depends how crooked he runs. Nope, yeah, Black Eye wins this one. Okay, yeah, going for a center quibble play. Yeah, I think the play is the boosters then. Oh, Lightning's looking pretty steady and pretty fast though, and Fink gets stunned. Yeah, honestly, like I just reset here. Unless Lightning dies here. Nope, Lightning's not dying. That's another reset. Wait. No bets at all? What are you doing not putting a bet at all? They were just wasting time. And Boofer died anyways. Okay. Well, Cuth has finished high or low. Needs one more for this tile, and types in Fistel. Is he just, like, making the call out that he thinks WinnerBit's in Fistel? Because he would be incorrect. Unfortunately, Prickles does not have a way to win here, with the nose being right in the way. Oh, can't. Okay, I missed the can't. We've got Cheetah. Cheetah's fast, but I believe Cheetah is usually pretty clumsy. And yeah, we're kind of seeing that here. Okay, go all in on Gunther. Sabotage Super Q. Okay, Gunther's got this. Oh no, Snowball got drugged. Okay, they just crashed into each other immediately. But Gunther's tripping on the litter, and Super Q is barely going off course despite being drugged. So that's gonna be another reset. And okay, WinnerBit's pivoting over to Fishtail. So the thing about this $50 at once goal is you've got to be able to go deathless through the first couple stages. Reset. I guess wants the $3 from being at full health when she picks up the fries. That's a pretty normal feature of old beat 'em ups. Like I'm thinking Streets of Rage. Like the special moves there cost some health. It's actually only $2 for eating fries without with full health there. So yeah, takes out the UFO. $10 watch. Not a very valuable watch. Must be bootleg. But if WinnerBit can keep her health up, she can also grab the pizza here for some... Oh, gets punched by the axe thrower. So not going to be able to get the free extra cash off of the pizza slice here. But is almost halfway there. Yeah, the thing is now, you know, with this goal, you don't want to buy anything in the shop. Those stat upgrades you'd go for in other runs, just too costly at $20. Okay, yeah, probably want to just special out of this. Okay, and there we go. Gets the boss kill, but that was a lot of damage to take, and I don't know that you want to buy the heal here. Yeah, WinnerBit's gonna skip on the heal here. Which means she's gonna have to be able to get through the train without taking too many more hits. Okay, does take down the charger, but ooh, nice emergency suplex getting out of the way of that Molotov. Over on Party House, I think we're on... What is this, like money management? I think this is the money management scenario. Yeah, this is money management. 9 days left. Still a little ways to go. But looks winnable from here, probably. WinnerBit's health is getting a little bit low. Victor here does not have much defense and HP, so gotta be careful here. That last third of WinnerBit's HP can get taken out pretty quickly on this character. Should be coming up on some pizza here pretty soon, though. Gotta make sure you are getting the kill on this UFO for another $10. I believe there's another $10 combined in these crates here. Oh, this is bad. Might be worth it just rushing forward to go get the pizza. I think there's a pizza. Oh, and that just a little bit out of range on that punch. And we're going back to wild bets. Yep, it's time to go back to Quibble Racing, back to gambling. Oh boy. This is a classic of Quibble Race right here. We've got the stun lock loop up in the top corner. While one drugged Quibble is wandering around in circles on the other side of the track. Like, yeah. And I think that... Oh, wait, the stun. And Shadow's dead. But Rudolph is so slow. And now Gunther's in the way. Like, yeah, no, this isn't happening. Boosters, loan, max out, go. Okay, one of the other AI went on before it as well, so good chance he's able to just win this. Yeah, Rock doesn't even stop him. Okay, that's an easy first win for a lot of cash. And if you can win on Domino here, that is the goal. That's enough for the goal. I think you just do it again. Boosters on Domino. Oh, no, okay, we're gonna drug Wiggins and go for Runty instead. Which doesn't even work out because Wiggins was being guarded. Okay, Wiggins does trip here, though. So does Domino. If Domino can trip again, but Runty also trips. Domino's dead, but we need another trip from Wiggins here, and it's not happening. Just going for the guard on boss. I don't like that. I don't think there's any point in taking an early 1-to-1 odds win, which it's not even gonna win. Spotty's just gonna run away with this. And there's 3 scenarios done for Party House for Cuthbucket. Yeah, like there is no point in taking a small win like that, because you still have to, like, if you are just resigning yourself to low stakes wins, you know, on quibbles that have a high chance to win, you still have to end up winning the same number of high stakes bets too. It doesn't actually net you any notable progress. But WinnerBit keeps going for these low value wins, and it's not gonna work. I mean, it could work, but it's ultimately just you still have to win the same amount of high stakes bets to get to 25k. Okay. Yeah, no, this is gonna come up a little bit short. Got caught trying to sneak boosters. Or trying to sneak poison, I think. Okay, the trip there might help, though. I don't think those two are close enough to collide. They're not. So Super Q's gonna take the win on this one. And there's no probably about it. Like, WinnerBit wins by timeout. There is no way. It is not possible for Cuth to come back and take a majority win here. Cuthbucket needs to get to 12 tiles. He needs to finish 7 more goals in 12 minutes. There are, like, 4 goals you could do within that time frame. It's like this match is already over, to be fully clear about it. But we would like to see the bingo win. Okay, so at this point, you could just take the 1-to-1 win here, and if you can get the win on the 1-to-1 odds one, but it looks like WinnerBit probably chose the wrong. Oh no, Domino's poisoned. Domino is dead, and it looks like we are finally gonna see it. Princess was guarded, so yeah, not gonna be poisoned, and there we go. That's 25k. For WinnerBit, finally. A little bit of a struggle. The racetracks can be unforgiving. But there's 25k.
Oh, oops, I didn't notice that was one of the bingos. I just didn't notice. I completely blanked that was one of them at that point. Oopsie.
It happens. Yeah, I had a choice between a skill-based square and a let's go gambling square, and you know me, I gotta go gambling.
Wait, you had a choice. You had choices between 3 squares though.
Yeah, you had 3. I was like, I kind of given up because I was in divers here, just sort of like I was like, I noticed too. I was like, it's like the first tile was divers. I'm in the middle of this party house one. I'd rather just finish off instead of trying to block the square on a game that's like. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna win this. I don't think I'm gonna win this.
So, okay, so wait, were you Were you contemplating one diagonal while completely missing that you also had the other diagonal?
Yes.
Very selective diagonal blindness.
This wasn't a fantastic card for me in general. Lots of games I'm weak on. So I am really happy with how I did in Kick Club. That's the best I've ever done in that game. I've never beaten Track World.
Yeah, you sniped me on that. We were both in Kick
What?
Club at the same time.
I never played that game. I never the best I've done is like half of a Track World. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it actually ended up being really unfortunate because you sniped the 50k like seconds before WinnerBit. If it were any wider, I think WinnerBit would have said, "Oh, he's already here and he's ahead. I'm just gonna leave and not gonna bother trying to finish Track World." But because that score snipe was so close, WinnerBit stayed to try and beat you on Track World, not knowing that you were actually really inefficient on your point pickups, so you were actually way ahead in Track World.
Yeah, because best of I've done. That's one of the games I'm missing a gift on my main file. Well, it's giving me a lot.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure you were gonna make it through Track World. Like, the first the Racket World was pretty rough for you, and you got to Track World with no lives left, or one life left. You got an extra life on the boss kill.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I was gonna make it through either, but I thought I might as well try.
Oh, very nicely done there. My goodness.
Yeah, that's my finest moment in this one. It was like a relatively disappointing performance, apart from that point, which is really good.
There was such a struggle on wild bets for both of you.
Oh yeah, I gave up on that one. I think the reason I didn't notice it as a line is because I just got sick of it. I would rather play. My fingers were getting itchy when I was doing that.
Well, and
like, I want to play something.
I'm not sure if you realize, Cuth, but like every time you reset, you were painstakingly taking the time to set yourself to alpha. You can't make alpha trilogy progress in wild bets.
Here's the thing. I kind of guessed that, but I thought it was funny.
It was funny. You were driving me nuts.
I was like, oh, here's the thing. I was like, okay, so there's like a very small chance that it does count. I'm not ready with the rules. It's like the sacrifice of that small amount of time each time is worth it for me, even if it doesn't count. Because I'm just like, well, if it does, I would have 2-for-1'd it. Just like
yeah.
Like it was more of like a. Like 5 seconds.
For the record, if you are using a terminal code, golds, cherries, and gifts are absolutely not accessible. You cannot get them.
No, I sort of had an assumption on that one, and I was like, I'm relatively I'm a funny player. I thought it'd be funny if I kept doing it a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? I'm right there with you. I also like to be funny with my like my primary goal is entertainment. But also, yeah, but also I do like to, save time where I can. So
yeah,
I was just kind of like,
I gotta say, Cyber Owl's complete 2 non-rescue missions. I don't know how many times I've done that goddamn square. I have done that square. Like I swear, it just keeps coming up, and I'm really quick with. I'm real quick with that one. I kind of have a bad performance on it because I'm a little out of practice, but it's a great way to warm up your fingers because it's a bunch of mashing.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed out when you hit that tile. I was like, oh man, that was next on my short list.
You could
snipe me in it.
You could save like another minute on it with a different mission choice. Hong Kong's really slow.
I know Hong Kong's slow, but it's about consistency, not about speed. And I'm sure you can do Moscow quicker if you know the route. I don't. I'm sure you can do Chicago quicker if you're really ready for it. Is Chicago the quicker one?
Chicago and Moscow are pretty much the same length, but Chicago's kind of got some luck to it, so Moscow's generally going to be the better pick.
Okay. If I'm ever doing playing bingo, if I'm playing bingo and I intend on doing Cyber's Cherry and so when I return to UFO 50, like primarily my primary game. I think I'll know the Moscow route then, and then I'll be doing that one probably instead. But currently, I don't know it, so it's gonna be be a bunch of walking around the thing, and like to warm up my fingers. All that mashing helps. It helps me.
Yeah, it is a good warm up for sure.
Yeah, I went on to Caramel. It's like I was like, I've heard people talk about how the later levels are like far easier than the earlier ones, and I've seen it, and it's definitely true.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a very linear difficulty. It's a Kansas as far as difficulty goes. It's just completely flat.
Yeah, I still can't do it. But I'm not that's my worst game and my least favorite. But I want to give it at least one shot or 1 or 2 shots before I wrote it off entirely. Because at that one time where Caramel ended up being like the final thing in a bingo.
I actually want to ask you in a bit. So was that just like, well, at this point I've already killed Lamia halfway, so I'm not gonna bother going to get the Buster Torpedoes, or did you just forget?
I was worried about not remembering where the Buster Torpedoes were, and I didn't feel like looking up a guide. So I figured I'd just keep throwing myself at Lamia and
the Buster Torpedoes are
blessings.
very close to the second base. Like, you just need to go down and then to the right. And, like, past the green fish, and they're right there.
Let's have a quick look. So we're talking... Now, which one is... See, I thought I went into the cave...
No, not this one. The next one down.
Okay. So it's just gonna be right here.
Yep.
Okay. I completely forget about this cave every time I play Porky.
Man, that'll Buster Torpedoes will just make Lamia a lot faster to kill. Like, that was a very drawn out piecemeal fight you had with Lamia.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna be a slog, but I just didn't.
I mean, you got there.
Time. It ended up, it did end up kind of biting me in the end. But
that's one of those Porgy knowledge checks, and Porgy seems like all knowledge checks, and not getting frustrated when that shell creature does its weird angle up top and hits you every single time.
Yeah, you did kind of get lucky in that, like, Lamia just kept showing up as soon as you left spawn, so, like, you didn't really have to look for her long.
That is lucky. It's like it's random. Lamia's like random, right? Or like a path? Like a random path through the...
I think she kind of has, like, a general route that's kind of set in place that she patrols, but where she is on that route, I think gets randomly selected every time you go back to base.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Here's what I kind of figured, is that every time I play Porgy in a bingo race, Lamia is always right there. So I figured, you know what, let's take advantage of that.
Perhaps there's some sort of RNG manipulation that playing bingo creates.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps there's something to, like, maybe doing damage to Lamia and then going up creates a set spawn point or something. Maybe it's like, maybe there's something to that. We should look into it, because if it was that consistent, because that's like a long boss fight. If that kept happening, there's got to be something to that. Some sort of, like, I don't know, revenge mechanic where Lamia is mad and is camped by spawn if you've attacked. I don't know, like, it's kind of the weird thing that would be programmed into a game.
Speaking of scary boss fights, you were really looking to give me a heart attack on Overbold.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh, I have never seen that many onion monsters on screen at once.
Oh wow, was it spawning tons of them?
It was literally like I think like 8 or 10 on screen at once, and I just could not kill a single one of them. Like, they kept absorbing each other's damage for him. It's like
the big explosion that finally took them all out was very satisfying, though.
It was. It made it worth it.
Alex3 didn't cry.
Worth it to go down to like 4 HP and nearly die 7 times.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that woke me up. That worked a little better than my cup of coffee.
You had medkit, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, even bought the price-hiked second medkit upgrade on the final round.
Yeah,
it's worth. That's so worth on the final round.
Yeah, the Robux will set me free.
True.
Well, we also saw a run on the Fist Hell from WinnerBit, which was... She was like... There was a crouching werewolf getting ready to pounce, and she was like a pixel off from out of range of punching it, and then just killed her. Like, it was so unfortunate. Yeah. And like, if you get through that train segment, I think you're pretty much there. for $50.
$50 is second and third. You need to basically pick up every bit of money, not spend any, through first, second, and a bit of the third level. Isn't it like
pretty much?
Yeah,
I think if you can avoid taking damage, if you pick up food when you're at full health, it becomes money. I think if you can avoid damage to an extent, you can have it done by the end of second scare.
Yeah, and actually, come to think of it, even if you do like buy a burger between stages, you can still just punch the third UFO and get up to 50 that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. True.
So I probably should have eaten the burger after the first scare. That would have been good.
Yeah, I mean, it is kind of an interesting, like, kind of a little bit of, you know, risk evaluation, because, yeah, it does slow you down to spend money on a burger in the shop, but it beats dying.
Yeah, you do lose all of your money.
I didn't know that, because I just kind of, do you use your upgrades as well? Actually, that's something I should...
No, you keep any upgrades you retain, but if your goal is have $50 at once, you don't want to spend money on upgrades. Those upgrades are $20.
Of course. I was just curious for, like, me as a person who's yet to gold fist how...
Oh no, you keep upgrades on death.
Okay, so upgrades are really worth getting, and the food is almost worthless. Brilliant. On gold.
Yeah. If you're not going for cherry, then you can safely just ignore food in the shop for the most part.
I always learn something helpful whenever I play bingo from the people far better than me.
That's the beautiful thing about this community. We're all very willing to share tips and resources and advice and help everyone get those cherry pies and such.
That was a Nintendo Power back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fantastic bingo. I mean, even though I lost, I had a lot of fun doing my party house. I got a third party house scenario played just before the end. Super happy about that one, because
oh, nice.
a lot of my attempts at squares didn't really go anywhere, and then you took them later. So that's where a lot of my time went. Oh, to squares.
Gotcha.
Because it's not as Fist Hell, as I've said, not really a game I know particularly well. So I wasn't gonna get fourth scare. Kick Club was entirely just on a whim. That's just me, like, because I've done it a few times before. Play games in bingo that I just don't know, like Lords of Disconia one time, but it doesn't go. It doesn't always go super well. I gotta play more of this game.
Yeah, that's great that you got a little personal victory there. That's super cool.
I'm now gonna do my actual file.
Yeah.
Without the pressure of bingo, will I do as well? Yeah, probably. I mean, I now understand how the tennis guy works.
Yeah, any experience is good experience. So I believe in you, for sure.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Win.
Of course.